I made over $65,000 this month trading meme coins during the most brutal rotational market we've seen, where most traders can't even survive a week. And in this video, I'm going to show you the exact Twitter-based system that I use to catch coins before they pop. So if you've been feeling lost in this meta, this video will give you a strategy that you can finally rely on. The first step of this strategy is to have the right tool set up, and to start, you need Axiom Pro for your trading bot. I've made hundreds of thousands trading on it, and it's the fastest and most secure trading bot at the moment. Axiom's going to have every feature you need to make this strategy work. So to set it up, go to the first link in the description down below, and it should take you to the sign up page. And make sure it says referral code Fortune at the bottom. Through that code, you'll get 10% off all fees, which is the lowest compared to what all Axiom users are getting. Once you're there, you can sign up either using your Gmail or by connecting your Phantom wallet. Once you're signed in, you're good to go, and let me show you the filters that I use. So if I pop this up, I'm going to make the slippage into 30, and for your priority and bribery, this depends a little more on your trading style and your portfolio. But for me personally, I do 0.03 for priority and 0.03 for bribery. And make sure MEV protection right here is on. And if I go to the sell settings, I'm going to do the same exact thing. Keep the slippage 40, 0.03, 0.03, and MEV reduction. And for my filters, I'm going to go to new pairs, metrics, make the market cap minimum 13,000, and make sure that pump and pump AMM are the only protocol selected. Then I'm going to hit apply all, and we're good to go. No need to overcomplicate things, that's all you're going to need. And finally, most important thing, you need to set up your Twitter tracker. And you can set this up with the list I provided in the description down below with the most popular Twitter accounts right now. And most coins are running based off news and tweets from these Twitter accounts, so it's extremely important you have these on your Axiom. Before we move on, if you're interested in trading with me personally, you can click the link in the description down below to apply. We've made some crazy callouts recently, like our 21x on PT, so go ahead and apply if you want to trade with other top scanners in the crypto space. But just because we're all set up doesn't mean we can jump into the strategy right away. Before we jump in, there's one key piece of knowledge you need to know that separates the people who use this strategy to print money from the ones who end up burning their hard-earned cash. So to actually execute this strategy, you need to know what makes a coin good to buy. And a good coin is a coin with a strong narrative, a compelling story that makes people care enough to buy in. Crypto's an attention game, and narratives are what fuel it all. So to know what a coin's narrative is, ask yourself, what is the story behind the coin? What makes it valuable? And remember, value is attention in this market. Is it a meme, a trend, tech, or a cultural moment? You're going to be able to find that on the coin's Twitter, which is why the Twitter tracking feature of Axiom is so important. And to do that, all you need to do is click the little X symbol right here to pull up the coin's Twitter. And speaking of Twitter, if you want free alpha, you can see that on my Twitter page, so make sure to check it out. And not Alex Troy in the link below. Next, you want to ask yourself, is that story getting attention right now, or does it have the potential to soon? Think of what can happen in the future that'll make the coin's narrative get attention again. And these are called bull catalysts, and I'll explain these more in depth in the actual strategy. And finally, you need to ask yourself, is it unique or just another copycat? If the same story is told over and over again, it's going to get less and less attention each time. Now that you understand what a narrative is, the next step before you trade is figuring out the meta, which is the leading narrative in the market. In other words, what story is dominating attention right now? What trend has the most mindshare? For example, when this coin, Ghiblification, was running, which was a coin made around ChatGPT's feature of turning pictures into Ghibli versions of themselves, we were in a Ghibli art style meta, and a lot of coins that were running at the moment were art or AI related. And in a meta, there are something called alpha plays and beta plays. Little corny, I know, but stay with me. The alpha play is the highest market cap coin with the most mindshare. In the Ghibli meta case, that would be Ghiblification. While beta plays are cope plays that come from the alpha. In the Ghibli meta's case, that would be other Ghibli styled coins or coins made from ChatGPT tweets that came after it. This is really important to know for this strategy because it's going to help you identify what coins made from tweets will do well or not. Now, let's get into the strategy that's separating the best traders from those who get wiped. So let's say you're sitting on Axiom and a tweet spawns from the Twitter tracker and a coin spawns from it. The first thing you need to do with that news is assess the bull catalyst. How would a coin like this run higher? For example, if it's a coin made from an Elon tweet, ask yourself if this is something he'd mention again. A good example of this would be a coin like Grok 3, which is Twitter's AI assistant. A coin like this isn't something Elon is just going to talk about once. He's going to post updates about it. He's going to bring attention back to Grok over and over on his Twitter. And the second a coin made from significant use spawns, always look up the earliest version of that coin. And you can do this by just looking up the coin's name on Dex Screener. So if I look up Grok on Dex Screener, a lot of different Groks come up, but the oldest one, the one that's over a year old, is at $12.8 million market cap. And you can see that when Elon posted an update about it, people came back to this coin and it spiked up hard. For example, when this coin, ICM, came out from a tweet, there was a pre-existing ICM coin that was made before. I bought both the new one that spawned and the old one from way back. And as you can see, I made 5 figures from both coins from doing that. If it's a significant piece of news, not only will the first coin run up, but the OG will always get attention. So that also means buy the first coin on new pairs that comes out with the tweet. The first coin that's made from the tweet is almost always going to be the one that gets the most attention. But when a coin is made from a tweet, a lot of different coins are made from the same piece of news, and sometimes the coin distribution on the first one is so bad that it ends up failing. So if the news is significant enough, buy the first coin, but also buy the next following coins that have good distribution. And Axiom's going to help you with that through their bundle checker. So when a coin spawns, there are 2 scenarios you'll find yourself in while playing these coins. Scenario 1, the coin migrates and you see extremely heavy suppression, meaning that the coin is extremely bundled. So the first thing you need to ask yourself is, does the news look real? If it's too good to be true, it probably isn't. And the next thing you're going to do is assess the bull catalysts and decide whether it's a narrative that has either 1, enough mindshare to reach higher, 2, future bull catalysts that'll keep it alive longer, and 3, how good does the piece of media look as a meme? If it checks off all the boxes, wait for the bundle percentage from Axiom to exit. And you'll be able to see that through that little logo over here, or when the suppression dies down. And if the coin is not at 0 yet, assess the narrative once again and make your first DCA buy. This should be to test the waters because these type of coins are extremely volatile. You're gonna have 3 different buy points where you're gonna see how volume goes and then decide whether or not to put in capital. And while you're exposed, keep looking at the coin on Twitter to see if people are engaging, go to your trading group to see if people are talking about it. You want to see how much mindshare that piece of news really has. And remember, the market is extremely rotational right now. If there is any sign of the bundle overpowering the buy volume, go next. Scenario 2 is if the coin migrates and candles organically with healthy distribution. And this is usually the ideal scenario. So the first thing, same thing as number 1, does the news look real? Always do your due diligence before buying any news coins. Look up that piece of news on Twitter, Google, see if there are any other articles that are made from that media. And then same thing, ask yourself 1, if it has enough mindshare to reach higher, 2, a future bull catalyst that will keep it alive longer, and 3, how that piece of media looks as a meme. If you're able to do research fast enough and it comes up on the spot, buy in. But always remember to take initials for these coins at 2 to 3x. It is extremely easy for negative news to come out of these coins. But if you're late, wait for a 60 to 80% pullback or a flash candle to buy in. And remember, be prepared to cut losses if it doesn't support the pullback. Market is extremely rotational right now. And now that you know how to research properly, this next step is what will help you understand how to actually catch these moves without blowing your wallet in the process. The next step is understanding the fundamentals of execution. This is going to make sure you keep your money and you're able to grow your wallet consistently. Remember to always avoid coins that are heavily sniped. Axiom is going to tell you this. If you see a percentage of this little sniper logo on any coin, that's an instant red flag. And of course, always manage risk. You want to only trade what you can afford to lose and what you're willing to lose. This is going to keep you financially responsible. You're not going to revenge trade, you're not going to give into FOMO, and you're not going to oversize. And by trading only what you can afford and you're willing to lose, you won't have to cut losses if the price goes down, even if your investment goes to 0. It's not going to hurt you because that amount is insignificant to your portfolio. And when you're trading these type of coins, this is super important because so many times we see these coins go to 0, revive, then pull some crazy multiples. And as I talked about before, you want to always average in and out on most trades. It's extremely difficult to time the top and bottom in this kind of market. And by averaging, you're going to take on a lot less risk and you're going to get better entries on your coins. If you can learn how to survive in this market, you will win when the volume is hot. This is the best time to learn. While everyone's coming back and getting used to their crypto environment, you'll already be positioned and using these guys as exit liquidity. So stay strong and remember, this is a game of experience. It's not a matter of if it's going to pay off, is this going to work, only a matter of when. Now you know the exact strategy I've been using to make hundreds of thousands in today's brutal market. If you're interested in joining my private Memecoin group where we make calls like our 132x on Trump, or more recently, our 20x on Kita, click the link in the description down below to apply. Thanks for watching and peace.